Have you ever felt your heart pounding, palms sweating, and your mind racing before a big presentation or during a heated argument? It feels overwhelming, right? Well, that intense feeling is your body's ancient built-in alarm system kicking into high gear. It's a powerful survival mechanism known as the fight or flight response, and today we're going to dive deep into the science behind it. Imagine our ancient ancestors roaming the savannah. Suddenly, a saber-toothed tiger leaps out from behind a bush. There's no time to think, only to react. Instantly, their bodies would trigger a cascade of physiological changes designed for one of two purposes: to fight the threat or to flee from it. This is the essence of the stress response. It's a brilliant evolutionary tool that has kept our species alive for millennia. The fascinating part is that your body reacts to a stressful work deadline or a traffic jam with the same basic chemical toolkit it would use for that saber-toothed tiger. The threat may be different, psychological instead of physical, but the biological reaction is remarkably similar. So what exactly is happening inside you during these moments? It all starts in your brain. A region called the amygdala, which is like your emotional processing center, perceives a threat. It could be something real, like a car swerving into your lane, or something you're just thinking about, like an upcoming exam. The amygdala sends a distress signal to the hypothalamus, which is essentially the command center of your brain. The hypothalamus acts like a general, mobilizing the troops. It activates two key systems: the sympathetic nervous system and the adrenal-cortical system. Think of the sympathetic nervous system as the body's gas pedal. It sends signals down your spinal cord to your adrenal glands, which sit right on top of your kidneys. In response, your adrenal glands pump out a hormone you've definitely heard of: adrenaline, also known as epinephrine. Adrenaline is the action hormone. It circulates through your body in seconds, and its effects are immediate and dramatic. Your heart starts beating faster, pushing more blood to your muscles and other vital organs. Your blood pressure rises. You start breathing more rapidly, taking in more oxygen to fuel your body. Your pupils dilate to let in more light, sharpening your vision. Even your digestion slows down because, in a survival situation, digesting your lunch is the last thing your body needs to worry about. Simultaneously, that second system, the adrenal-cortical system, is also at work. The hypothalamus releases a hormone that tells your pituitary gland to release another hormone, which then travels down to the adrenal glands and tells them to release cortisol. Cortisol is often called the primary stress hormone, and its job is a bit more long-term than adrenaline's. Cortisol's main function is to keep you fueled and alert. It triggers the release of glucose sugar from your liver and muscles into your bloodstream. This provides a ready source of energy for your brain and body. It also suppresses non-essential functions. It dials down your immune system, your digestive system, and even your reproductive system. In the short term, this is incredibly useful. It's all about redirecting your body's resources to the immediate task of survival. All your energy is focused on fighting or fleeing. So let's recap the chain reaction. A perceived threat triggers the amygdala. The amygdala signals the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus activates the sympathetic nervous system and the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands release adrenaline for immediate action and cortisol for sustained energy. The result? You are now a supercharged version of yourself, primed to handle the danger at hand. Your senses are heightened, your reflexes are faster, and you're temporarily stronger and more resilient to pain. It's an amazing feat of biological engineering. This system is perfect for short-term acute stressors, the kind our ancestors faced. The tiger appears, the stress response kicks in, they either escape or fight, and then the threat is over. Once the danger passes, another part of your nervous system, the parasympathetic nervous system, takes over. This is the rest and digest system. It acts like the brakes, calming everything down. Your heart rate slows, your blood pressure drops, and your body returns to its normal state, or homeostasis. The problem in our modern world is that our stressors aren't always saber-toothed tigers that disappear after a few minutes. We face relentless pressures: work deadlines, financial worries, relationship conflicts, and the constant barrage of information from our phones. Our brains often interpret these modern psychological stressors as legitimate threats, keeping that fight-or-flight system activated for long periods. When the stress response stays on, it's called chronic stress. The continuous flood of cortisol and adrenaline that was so helpful for a short sprint becomes incredibly damaging over the long run. Imagine driving your car with the gas pedal floored all the time. Eventually, the engine is going to wear out. That's what happens to our bodies. Chronic high levels of cortisol can lead to a whole host of problems. It can disrupt your sleep, lead to weight gain, especially around the abdomen, and cause digestive issues. It weakens your immune system, making you more susceptible to colds and other illnesses. It can also impact your brain, affecting memory, concentration, and even contributing to anxiety and depression. Your body is constantly in a state of high alert, and it never gets the chance to fully rest and repair. This is why understanding the science of stress is so important. It's not just about feeling stressed, it's about a real, measurable biological process that has profound effects on your health. By recognizing that our bodies are reacting with an ancient survival program, we can start to see our stress in a new light. It's not a personal failing, it's a biological reality. The key is learning how to manage this system. Since we can't always eliminate the stressors in our lives, we need to find ways to consciously activate our rest and digest system. Techniques like deep breathing, meditation, exercise, spending time in nature, and connecting with loved ones are not just feel-good activities. They are powerful biological interventions. They send signals to your brain that the threat has passed and that it's safe to stand down. They help lower cortisol levels and allow your body to return to a state of balance. So the next time you feel that familiar surge of stress, take a moment to acknowledge what's happening. Your body is trying to protect you. Thank it for its vigilance, and then gently guide it back to safety with a few deep breaths. You have the power to influence this incredible system. I hope this journey into the science of stress has been illuminating for you. Understanding our own biology is the first step toward taking better care of ourselves. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more deep dives into how our bodies and minds work. We'd love to have you as part of our community. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.